How to stay calm in stressful times. That's the challenge, isn't it, these days? So let's get right back to basics. We're going to go right back to the breath, because really the breath is the basis for life. When our breathing stops, life stops soon after. So let's see if we can enhance our breathing a little bit, improve our lung function, and boost our immunity too. You know, when we're stressed, that suppresses the immune system. So the more we can help our body to calm down, the better the immune function can be. So let's put a hand on our chest and a hand on the abdomen and just continue to breathe. And notice where you feel the movement. Is it under the top hand, under the lower hand, or maybe a mixture of the two? When we get tense, we tend to breathe shallowly and only use the upper part of the chest. So what I like to encourage in my Tai Chi and Qigong classes is abdominal breathing, so that we get a deep breath, filling more of the lung with air. So let's put both of our hands on our abdomen. We'll practice that. So as we practice, we're going to just imagine the air coming through our nostrils, and it's as if it has a direct line right down to the abdomen. And we imagine a balloon in the belly which gently swells up on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath contracts, and we send all the air out, up and out through the nostrils. So this is the natural way of breathing. If you watch a baby lying on its back, its abdomen will rise up as it breathes in, and it'll fall as it breathes out. So we're getting back to nature. So hands on the abdomen, ready to try. Breathing in, expanding that imaginary balloon in the belly. Breathing out, contracting. Send your belly button back towards your spine. Breathing in, expanding the imaginary balloon, feeling your belly come up against your fingers. Breathing out, contracting, sending the belly button back towards the spine. One more time. Breathing in, expanding, breathing out, contracting. And you know, this can be done just a few moments, maybe 3 breaths, maybe 5 breaths. And maybe you can already feel a little calming in the system. This is a really good practice to do lying down in bed, especially if you're finding it difficult to drop off to sleep. Just lie down, put your hands on your abdomen, and imagine that breath filling up the belly and then breathing out, letting your abdomen fall. And several of those abdominal breaths may well give you more relaxed sleep too. So now we're going to add in a movement with the hands and the arms. So we're going to bring the hands up in front of the chest as if we're holding a balloon. So the palms will be rounded, the fingers slightly rounded, and space between the fingers too. As if you're really holding a balloon right here, and that balloon should be about the size of your head. Out in front, so there's a space here, not close into the chest, out in front. So as we breathe into the belly, we're also going to expand the balloon between our hands. And as we breathe out, we gently squeeze the hands back to the same place. Breathing in, expanding that imaginary balloon. Breathing out, contracting, sending the belly button back towards the spine. Again. Good. And to add a little more to this, we're going to put in the idea of a magnet between our hands. And this is just to help us visualize and create a feeling of resistance to move against, which is one of the Tai Chi principles, moving as if against a gentle resistance. So our movements aren't just empty and floppy. We always feel as if we're moving against a gentle resistance. So the idea of the magnet is that when we separate the hands, the magnet's trying to pull us in, and as we bring the hands together, the magnet's trying to repel us. So let's add that item in. Are you ready? Check the shoulders, nice and relaxed, elbows down. You can just have your hands on your knees. And we'll bring the hands up with the palms facing, and then let the elbows drop and hold the balloon. Breathe into the belly as you expand the balloon, feeling that gentle magnetic force. Breathing out, contracting, feeling the force between the hands. Again, breathing into the belly, feeling that gentle magnetic force. And now send the hands forward, keep the palms facing, and slowly, slowly, slowly bring the hands down. And at this point, I'm very much aware of something going on between my hands. Are you aware of this too? You may be getting a tingly feeling, or perhaps a feeling of warmth in the hands. If you put your hands against your face, are they a little warmer than usual? Maybe take a look and see if your fingers are a little more pink than usual. Because one of the almost magical things about doing this practice is that it gets the circulation going. So pink fingers, warmth in the hand is just an indication that the blood is flowing, because we're just focusing our energies on doing this. So this is very health promoting, and in Sung style Tai Chi, whenever we have our hands together, it's almost like this hand is talking to this hand. There are energy centers in our palms, and when they're facing, as in this open and close movement, they're really working together to create more energy, and it builds up as we do that. And you may be able to feel it. If you don't feel it, don't worry, it's still happening. So there's an added extra for that movement. And before I finish this section of the video, I'd like to just add in one extra thing for that very simple practice when we were just breathing abdominally, just into the belly without any arm movements. It was very easy to focus on. We didn't need to think about anything else too much, did we? In this part, just as an added extra to help build up the immune system and to help with lung function, there's a Qigong healing sound that we can add on the out breath, on the exhale. And the sound is hey. And we're going to say that sound out loud and extend it as long as the breath extends on the exhale. So try this with me. We'll do it 6 times. Breathing into the belly. Breathing out. Breathing in. Focus on the nostrils as you breathe out. So adding in that sound is an extra practice which relates particularly to lung function in the Chinese Chinese traditional medicine system, of which Tai Chi and Qigong are a part. So adding that in is going to help build up immunity. It's going to help strengthen and benefit the lung function energy. So feel free to do that. And now I'm going to show you a standing practice which incorporates everything we've learned without the healing sound. So join me again for this. So now we're going to add in the legs. And when we're standing in Tai Chi, we have the knees a little bit soft. So not locked out, not rigid. Make sure the knees are soft, and in that way we make a better connection with the ground. Allow your arms to hang loose by your sides. And just think the spine straight. Not trying to do it, just thinking it. So thinking the crown is going up, thinking the tailbone is sinking down, creating a little length in the spine. So I'm going to do a movement as a mirror image to you. So if I step out to my right, that'll be for you to your left. So let's pick up the left leg, step out, about shoulder width, touching with the ball of the foot, heel down behind, keeping the feet more or less parallel, and slowly even out the weight. And again, just check posture, feel nice and comfortable, straight and tall, but relaxed, not tense. And now we're going to gently press into the ground to help bring the energy up. Let the hands come up as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, soften the knees a little more, drop the elbows and hold the ball in front of your chest, just like we did when we were seated. Breathing in, expanding the imaginary balloon in the belly. Breathing out, contracting, sending the belly button back towards the spine. Breathing in, expanding. Breathing out, contracting. Feeling that gentle magnetic force between the hands. Slowly sending the hands forward, keeping hold of the balloon. As you slowly, slowly, slowly stand up, you bring the balloon down. Hands by your sides, weight back to the right leg, and step the left foot back in. So this is a very simple Tai Chi practice that incorporates all that we just learned about the abdominal breathing, but it adds in the footwork. So it's very simple, and we don't need much space in which to do it, so you can practice this anywhere. Let's try it one more time. So taking the weight on the right leg, step out just a little way with the left foot, even out the weight. Breathing in, hands up, palms facing, breathing out, sinking, holding the ball. Inhale, open, exhale, closed. Feeling that gentle magnetic force between the hands, and remembering to breathe into the belly on the in-breath, expanding the balloon in the belly, contracting, sending the belly button back towards the spine, sending the hands forward, keeping hold of the balloon as long as you can, hands back to our sides, weight to the right leg, and step in. So now I encourage you to do this without any cueing from me at all. I'm just going to do the movement, and you can follow, but you can be focusing on your breath, focus on breathing into your abdomen, focus on feeling that gentle magnetic force between your hands, but no disturbing words from me. Ready? So what I just showed you is actually the beginning sequence of two of the forms that I teach in the Tai Chi for relaxation class on a Tuesday at 5:30 when classes are in session. It's part of the Tai Chi at work sequence or set that I use, and it's part of the Tai Chi for relaxation that I use. So it's really the basic move, the beginning part, and it's very, very simple, and yet it's really very powerful. And I hope you've got a little taste there of what Tai Chi can provide in the sense of a calming for the body. Do you feel different after doing that 3 times? I certainly do. I can feel a difference in my body and in my mind too. So I hope that's done the same for you. And this is the end of the second part of this video. In the third part, I'm going to show a slightly more complex moves that you can just follow along with and incorporate also more of that healing sound for lungs and immunity. The previous practice we did was based on Sung style Tai Chi, which has a lot of movements with the palms facing, like when we were holding the balloon. The next section is going to be based more on Yang style. And Yang style is the most popular style worldwide. So when we bring the hands up in Yang style, the palms are facing down. So follow me through this first routine. We're going to have weight on the right leg. And we're going to step out to the left, just as we did before. Even out the weight. Breathing in, the hands come up. Breathing out, soften the knees. Press the hands down. Breathing in, hands float up. Breathing out, dropping the elbows, hands following down. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see better what's happening. Up and down. Nice and slow and easy. Feeling the flow. Enjoying the slowness of the movement. And the smoothness of the movement. So there's our first one. The second movement is a little more complex. So let's see if you can follow me here. So we're going to have the hands up and we're going to shift the weight to the right and turn to the left diagonal. So just 45 degrees out. And we're going to shift the weight forwards, let the back heel come up and the hands push forward slightly. Weight back on the right leg, turn and face front. That brings the left foot back in. Switch weight and now we go to the right diagonal. So the right toe turns out and we push to the right diagonal. Left heel comes up. Sit back, turn to the front, switch weight. So we breathe out as we push to the left Breathe in as we come back to center and switch weight, and then just relax, ready for the next out breath. Push, breathing out. Breathe in, come back to center, switch weight. Breathe out towards the left. Back to center, breathing in, switch, breathe out. How's this one going? Unfortunately, I can't see you. So I'm going to say just beware not to overturn. So just to explain a little more, we're talking about a 45-degree angle from front to the diagonal. When we turn this way, the left toe will go out 45 degrees, no more than that. Don't try and turn right round to the side. Just a little way, less than that is fine too. Just whatever feels comfortable. So a little way out to the left, and then come back to center and switch weight, and then pivot on the heel to go the other direction. Again, not more than 45 degrees. All right? Shall we try that one more time? It is a little bit complex. So bring the hands up, turn. You need to start with feet shoulder width. Turn, drop the elbows. So the left toe pivots out and we push to the corner. Breathing out, back heel up. Breathing in, coming back to center. Switch weight. Breathing out, push to the right. Back heel up, sit back, come back to center. Relax. Breathing out as we push to the left. Come back, breathing in and switch. Breathe out, breathe in, back to center and switch. And the last one, nice and simple. Bringing the hands up, breathing in, pressing the hands down, breathing out. So we come up to about heart level and press down to the center of the abdomen. Breathing in, keep the hands out in front so you're not lifting your shoulders as you do this. Drop the elbows, press down. Breathing in, breathing out. And then women, you'll put your right hand on the belly first. Men will put left hand first and then the other hand on top. So where we have our hands, it's about 3 finger breadths below the belly button in about an inch, where your center of gravity is. The Chinese call that the dantian. So it's a field of energy, if you like, a center of energy. And it's where we store our body's energy. So putting our hands here at the end of practice just helps us to be aware of that. Imagine it if we can't feel it. Just imagine this is where we're storing the energy in the body. Because Tai Chi helps us to cultivate more energy as we work. So now we're going to do the same sequence of movements. We're going to do this one as a warm-up. The easy one at the beginning. Oh, I forgot to put in number 2. Oh, number 2 is expanding the chest. Big in-breath, big out-breath as we come back and down. Breathing in, expanding the chest, dropping the elbows. Breathe out, bringing the hands back together and down. Let me do this one at the side so you can see better. Breathing in and expanding, keeping the shoulders down. breathing out, expanding. How could I forget this one? It's one of my favorites. It's a little more challenging if we have a problem with our breathing. But it helps us to deepen our breathing, right? Breathing in, keep breathing in, and out, and down. So let me say this about breathing. When you are practicing this on your own, do the breathing and the movements at a rate that feels comfortable for you. I like to go really slow, or as slow as I possibly can, but everybody's going to be different. So go at a speed that's comfortable for you. And if, when we're doing the practice together via this video, if my speed doesn't match your comfortable speed, feel free to go at your own speed. We don't have to synchronize in this, right? So now we're going to do the full routine. Let me go back where you can see me. So the full routine. The first movement, we step out to shoulder width. Even out the weight. Press into the ground gently, bring the energy up, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose or the mouth is fine. Breathing in and out. So see this as being a little bit of a warm-up for what's coming, because we're going to add in the healing sound to those other three movements whenever we exhale. Ready for the next one? Expanding your chest. So breathing in. Hey on the out breath. Hey. Inhale. Hey. Whoops, forgot the hey sound. No worries, we'll do it this time. Hey. Hey. Let's turn to the side, bring the hands up, drop the elbows. Hey. Breathe in, coming to center. Switch. Hey. 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 Inhale. Hey. 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 Slow this right down by feeling as if you're moving against a gentle resistance. Hey. 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 And take a moment just standing with the hands on the abdomen, allowing the energies to settle. Thank you all for joining me, and happy Tai Chi practice. Till next time.